Hey everybody, round two. So I just recorded a May video and it lasted a little longer. So now the energy's in May. So I want to get into the politics a little bit because there's a lot of stuff going on. 4th and 5th, there have been a lot of people saying something big is going to be revealed on the 4th and 5th. And some people are saying too that there's big energy in the end of the month, the 20th and 21st. So I just wanted to look. We can look at Mr. Pumpkinhead. Just feels like he's, well, yeah. And DeSantis feels like he's losing it too. And I don't know if it's just the news I glimpse at. Anyway, I want to look at the debt ceiling one more time because we're getting kind of close. Yellen said June 1st. I think that's what she said. Or was it July 1st? June 1st. Yikes. June 1st. When I've read this before, it was always that it was going to be at the very end. Okay, it's at the very end that they're going to make a decision or come around. And Biden is going to have to give in something. He's saying no. And I think that that's the right thing to say right now. And McCarthy and the MAGA people are all going, let's default on the government. You know, and it's crazy. The Republicans have always prided themselves as the party of business. Party of business. Anyway, I'm not going to say it. I'm being good. So the party of business, I believe, has had the most recessions. Yeah. I can go on and on and on, but I'm not gonna. All right. So let's just take a look at this debt ceiling. Let's just see if it's. Are they going to lift the debt ceiling? There's also even talk of a 30-day extension so they can get together and kind of figure this out. Hello? All right. Debt ceiling. Is America going to default? Is America going to default on its debt? Okay, no. I'm still seeing no. 3 cards. Walking away from sorrow. If we defaulted on our debt, would be walking towards sorrow. We're going to come together with the 2 of Cups. There's going to be something new. Something new that, I don't know, is maybe that's McCarthy being fired because he's in such a tenuous position right now. Anybody can say you're done. And I don't know, do they have to vote? I mean, they can bring it up to the floor and say we want him out. Anybody can do that. They don't need like a majority. And then they all get to vote on it. It seems like, okay, little rant here. It seems like all these guys are just wasting time. Not Jim Jordan. I mean, he's like right on. But all these other guys, come on. Okay. Let's look at, is there going to be a 30-day extension, which I think would just be devastating. I think it would slash our credit rating. Yeah, it would just be, let's see. Are they going to extend it 30 days? What can you tell us? Extend it 30 days? Is that the 30 days? Looking at an offer. My fingers. Queen of Swords. Harsh truth coming at you. Queen of Swords. Knight of Wands. 30 days. Let me keep going with this because my intuition says that's on the table, but this Queen of Swords is going, oh, hell no. Come on now. Come on. But then we have the Knight of Wands coming forward with some new ideas, a new way, something new coming, which again, I think is Biden going, I'm going to give you something. I'm going to give you something. So, all right. Fingers crossed. So, Senate Judiciary hearing on the Supreme Court ethics. I looked at the Republicans on that committee. Help us. Help us. That's all I can say. With Dianne Feinstein out, it's like, come on. So Angus King and Lisa Murkowski have a separate bill trying to get the Supreme Court ethical. Lindsey Graham goes, if you want to tear down the Supreme Court, I'm again it. But if you want to strengthen it and build it up, I'm a for it. That was stupid. I'm again it. Your whole party's trying to tear down and not support. So, Supreme Court, are they going to have, is Congress going to come up with and force them to have written ethics like all the other judges have to have? Chariot? Sorry. My fingers are hurting me. The Empress? King of Pentacles? I'm going to keep going with this a little bit because I'm not getting a clear story. Because when I flipped this over, I went Russia, and I'm going, is there too much Russian money involved in them moving forward? Too much money? It's just what I'm thinking of. Star of Hope. They're at a crossroads. Okay. The Tower moment. So what I'm getting with this is there's going to be even more coming up in the Supreme Court that is, and maybe it's Sheldon Whitehouse coming up with something new again. That is, they're at a crossroads. They've got to come up with something, but they're not going to do it until another Tower moment. So, is it next year that they're going to do this? Let's just see. Next year? Not next year. Next cycle. Congressional cycle, which would be what, 2025? Is it the next congressional cycle? Will they have ethics? That one flew out. Still a lot of family money being pumped in there. And I don't get that. Really? Family money? Let me think. Let me think. Who is the head of the Supreme Court? What's his wife do? Oh, yeah. Family money. Battles. Dang it. But it's verbal battles. Giving and receiving. I think, again, at the crossroads. And again, the Star of Hope. They're at a crossroads. And the final outcome, the Queen of Cups. They're going to come up with something, but it's not going to be completely transparent. They're going to still have their little secret deals. So, not completely. All right. Normally, I don't read on people that aren't in politics, but I wanted to read on Cindy McCain. World Food Program. Saw her on the PBS News. Cindy McCain. I'm going to use a different deck. What deck should I? I'm going to use One World Tarot. Cindy McCain. And at the bottom of the deck, Nine of Pentacles. Certainly she is one of those Nine of Pentacles women. In my mind, could be totally wrong. I think she knows how to make money, manage money. She may be a little isolated, and that's where I say I may be wrong. Because she's getting out there, and she's seeing it. She's listening to her intuition, but is she in that little gilded cage a little bit? Certainly when she's sitting down in the dirt, in these nations that are starving, she seems a little out of place. Her clothes are a little too nice. And maybe that's what I'm seeing, that kind of protectedness. She can always go home and be in Arizona and have air conditioning. I'm not saying that's her, but I'm just saying that Nine of Pentacles energy. And the reason I'm reading on this is to bring awareness to that program. If we want to look at that a little deeper to see if this is a program where we can lend our support to, it's not about her at all. And somebody on that news program asked her about Trump and the comment about her husband. I'm like, why? Why bring that up? Okay, let's just look at 3 cards for Cindy McCain and what she brings to the World Food Program. Oh. I'm going to have to pull some clarifiers. I think she's bringing a new infusion of money to this. She has the Wheel of Fortune, which is her kind of karmic destiny to do this. And I got the Tower moment. Now, this, I was talking about Cindy McCain in the World Food Program. They are the World Food Program's facing a Tower moment for sure. Cindy McCain, was it her Tower moment that is, this card wants to fly out, the Star. I'm using White Sage Tarot for clarification. Certainly she's bringing some star power to the awareness of this program. Talk to me about this tower moment. Is it a person? Is it Cindy McCain? Or is it the people who are starving? I think it's the people who are starving. And once again, I find it so helpful when I ask for clarification on the tower and I get the tower. It's like, use your psychic intuition, Danny. It's not about Cindy McCain. It is about Seven of Pentacles. This is all about, it's all about finances. It's all about putting money on the tree, putting food on that tree. There is a tower moment, and we have the Five of Pentacles, which is loss. So, and when you break up a sand dollar, which that is, there's little doves of peace inside of it. At least that's what I called them when I was a kid. So there is hope with this tower moment. There is a rebirth with it. I think this is one of those places that when we get a little extra cash, it's a good place to put it in. All right. Washington State and Oregon. So, is it Jay Isley? Is he the governor up there? He was talking. His Congress left, and they didn't fix something. They didn't come up with a resolution on something, and it is going to make drugs legal. All illegal drugs legal because of their inaction. They're just not doing anything with it. And that means that there's going to be a lot of programs that aren't funded to help people get off of drugs. I just go back to Reagan letting just the war on drugs. Another war. Wars don't do anything except create heartache, loss, misery. So I guess there's only 2 states that don't have laws on their books that make drugs illegal. Oregon's one. That's what I read. I may be wrong. And then again, there's that state law versus federal law. And I've said this before. When I was a captain on a boat, some guys would come on with their marijuana, and I go, "You got to get off the boat." And they go, "You can't kick me off the boat. I got a medical marijuana card. It's medicine." And I go, "Oh, I'm so much in trouble." Because if I left them on the boat and the Coast Guard boarded me, federal offense, they seize the boat. If I don't let them on, then they sue me because I denied them their medicine. So I'm sure that's what Oregon's going to face too. It would just make things a lot easier if they said drugs are all legal. Let's take that money that we're using to fight this war on drugs and use it for treatment, for advertisements, for PSAs to say, you know, why you shouldn't do drugs. I got a couple of stories that would bring that home. But let's just look at Washington State. Just going to pull 3 cards on this Washington State issue. Jay Isley, is he not running for governor anymore? I think I just read that he's not going to do that. Very liberal. He isn't going to go for his 4th or 5th term. You guys in Washington will know. Okay. Washington State. 3 cards. Jay Isley, moving on. Chariot. 8 of Wands. Fast. Something's happening to him fast. I'm going to keep going. I lied. Queen of Cups. Temperance. Well, Washington State, you may want to move there because they got something new happening. Really? Why do you say new? Because of the Fool. Fool. So they got moving on, fast movement, and the Fool. So they're starting on this new journey, Washington State. What is this about? The drugs? We have the Queen of Cups with Temperance. They're going to balance this out a little bit. And this Cups card, no wonder I can't read. This Cups card in this deck doesn't have a lid on it. So this Queen of Cups, the secret, all you got to do is look in the cup and you can find out what the secret is, what the information is in that cup. Calming energy. Even though she's a little pasty face, she's got her mask on here, so it's not 100% like open. But with Temperance, balancing things out, and they get a new beginning. So, no fights, no battles, things just moving really quickly with Washington. Let me see it. Can I get a what is moving really quickly in Washington? Is it the drug thing? What is moving really quickly? What new journey is Washington on? Again, something new. The Empress. Washington's a beautiful state. Lots of green. But what is that golden, looks like wheat down by her feet? And she is pregnant. So there is something new coming with the King of Cups. So it's not disruptive. And it's forward thinking with the King of Wands. Tapping into the High Priestess energy. The Empress and the High Priestess energy. Wow, very cool. Washington State. Here's the battle. Winning at any cost. What is this all about? I guess we'll have to wait. The Hanged Man. I don't know, because I said it, I think it is, just look at the underlying energy of this. Page of Pentacles, the Moon, 3 of Wands, and again, I get the Fool. So, it feels like when Isley leaves, that they're going to be on this new path. It's going to be really good. There is going to be some battles, but it feels really good. It feels like they're going to be doing something that's going to, people are going to go, really? You're doing that? So I think it's a very progressive move. All right. Okay, let's, should I? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to switch decks. Again, let's look at Mr. Pumpkinhead. Mr. Pumpkinhead. Because he sucks up the news. So what is going on with him? E.G. Carroll. What a mess. What a mess. I just think that his not showing up there is, it's a blessing and a curse. It would give more late night comedians nothing to say because there's a writer's strike. Let's look at that before I get into Mr. Pumpkinhead. Should I use my Halloween deck, Mr. Pumpkinhead? All right, writer's strike. So the last time the writer's strike, I was down in LA. Devastating. I was working for a production company. I was a gopher. Go for this, go for that. Hey, go for this. Kind of had a lightning bolt moment when the producer, the head of the company, so there was like 4 or 5 owners, and they were all producers of movies of the week. And he goes, Danny, I need you to go to across the street to the department store and pick me up underwear. Next day I quit. I go, I ain't doing that. Where's my underwear, god damn it? That's not what I signed up for. You signed up to do what I told you to do. Go get me some goddamn underwear. I'll get you an orange. I do that for you every day. Yes. Anyway. Okay. Writer's strike. Writer's strike. It was devastating. The economy, they lost billions of dollars. Billions. Sent the Los Angeles area into a recession. You don't want to send Los Angeles into a recession around this time. Now, the Writers Guild have some legitimate concerns. The thing that scares me with this writer's strike is that in June, you also have the actors, their guild may go on strike. And who's the other one? There was one more. Writers, actors, I don't know. Oh, YouTube people. All the creators on YouTube may be going on strike too. So, then where would we be? It'd be a land of TikTok. All right. Give me this writer's strike. How are we going to do with this writer's strike? Let's just do 6 cards. Because things are very fluid all the time with it. Is this going to be long? They're going to solve. Because if they solve it, if they fix this early, then actors don't go on strike and the other one doesn't go on strike. I mean, because they'll probably just do what the Writers Guild does, which is what happened the last time. When the Writers Guild settles, the actors go, let's do what they did. Something similar. Writer's Guild strike. Death. Well, that's no good. Being covered by, actually these two cards just popped out, the 9 of coins. And again, when I think of the 9 of Pentacles, I think of them in their little garden. They're not looking at the big picture. Who's not looking at the big picture? The writers or the producers? And we have the World at the base. We have the Fountain card in the past. Now the Fountain, this card is unique to this deck. You may ask, well, Danny, what deck are you using? Well, I'm using the Fountain deck because I have the Fountain card in my hand, and that's the name of the deck. It's balance, it's stay in the center. It feels like a Temperance card to me, but it also adds the element of unlimited potential. But if you're on either side, you're not there. If you're off to the edges, you're not there. So it feels like get closer to the center and you have unlimited potential. Certainly the writers aren't feeling that because the seasons used to be, I don't know, 23 episodes, and then they'd get residuals. So they used to have a 9-month work year. And now it's like a month, they have 8 episodes and then they're gone with Netflix and things. So there is going to be a battle. I don't know that much about it, but there is going to be a battle with this. They are fighting an uphill battle. 9 of Wands. Four of Swords. Retreat. Sickness. And in this deck, a little imprisoned. I'm going to keep going with this because I'm not getting a clear answer with it yet. It feels like they're just going to battle and battle and battle and get beat up and get wounded in battle. And again, wounded in battle. And then, of course, let's not forget the first card, the Death card. Transformation, something new. Internally, they have the Six of Wands. This is riding in as a winner, but in this deck, I don't know if you can see that, it looks like he's being skewered on fire externally. 5 of Cups, loss. They're crying over spilled milk with these 3 cups that are spilled, but there's 2 cups behind them that are full that they're not looking at. Very dark card. Hopes and fears. Oops. Hopes and fears. I got 2 cards that wanted to come out with this. The Wheel of Fortune, that they move on and something new comes to light. And the final outcome is juggling. They're underwater, juggling. With the 10 of Wands, I think this is going to be long. Worry. It's going to be long. Ay, ay, ay. Yep. So, we have the 5 of Wands at the base. We have the 4 of Cups. There's going to be an offer made, but they're not looking at it. They got the Knight of Wands, and there is a chance that they can come together with the 2 of Cups, but it looks like it's long, long, long. So, no Jimmy Kimmel, no Stephen Colbert. And now I cannot write out these monologues that I do. I can't do it. All right, 35 minutes. Let's get into Trump. I haven't even gotten into Trump. Mr. Pumpkinhead. So for those of you who don't want to watch Mr. Pumpkinhead, y'all can leave. But he's got a couple of things going on. I just want to look at his month. Pumpkins, Earth goes. I have to have my cheat sheet because I don't use these that much because I don't like to read on Mr. Pumpkinhead that much anymore. But, you know, it's always good for a laugh and a cry. So, Mr. Businessman, once again, another, you can't really call him a Republican because he used to be a Democrat, but he, if y'all remember, he has a couple of buildings in San Francisco, and Vornado or something, some company that he owns them with, they were talking about restructuring his loans, and so they restructured his loans, and Vornado, I guess, restructured their loan. I guess you could do that. You could have a couple different loans for different percentages of who owns what. I never heard of that, but whatever. Vornado restructured their loan into a fixed loan. Donald Trump, being the businessman that he is, restructured his loan as an adjustable. So he was paying 2 point something as an adjustable. He's now paying almost 6, 5.98 something, whatever. So he is now paying $21 million in interest where he was only paying 13 before. Like, doesn't even compute in my little head. And as I shuffle, you know, I go, okay, well, what's the energy around that? He's the king of bats. That's just batty thinking. That's what I have to say. Mr. Pumpkinhead, king of bats. And bats are swords. So, if that's the underline, and I'm making a joke that he's the king of bats, the king of swords could be coming after him legally. Really? Yes. Are you kidding me, Danny? No. He could be in legal trouble. I know it's a shock to many. I have dueling personalities in my head. How many personalities do we have talking to us on any given day? I think I have probably 3 or 4. And then I have my wife, and that's 5, 6, 7. Okay. Don't tell her I said anything. So, where are we? Trump. Loans. Okay. Oh, and let's look at CNN. CNN is doing a town hall with Trump? Is CNN turning into Fox? I don't watch CNN, so I don't know. I have no idea. CNN. I just saw one of my cards was upside down, so I'm reading these in reverse. So I got to wrap my head around that. CNN. It feels like this is just going to be a mess, this town hall. Is this really going to happen? CNN and Fox town hall. CNN and Trump. Same thing. Town hall. CNN. Trump town hall. Well, King of Bats being challenged by the Two of Imps. So, this King of Swords, it feels like to me with this King of Swords that Trump is going to try to be all sharp. His mind focused, but he's got bats in his belfry. So it isn't going to work. He's just like all out there. And there's going to be, it's going to be like who's ever moderating is going to have to try to hold these two crazy impy people away from each other. And imps are wands. At the base of the reading is the Hierophant upside down. So is he going to get into, is somebody going to ask him a question about, you know, why did you start, why are you trying to turn the government upside down with fake electors? Or is it not even going to happen because this King of Bats is bringing out something about Trump being an insurrectionist? Who's coming after, is on May 4th and 5th, is someone coming after Trump or somebody else that's going to be revealed? That would be an interesting question. Anyway, moving on. I got the Six of Imps, moving on. And this is, so I'm just looking at, in normal decks, Six of Wands is riding in like a winner. But in this deck, with all his imps, it's his whole, it's the whole group. Look, that's Mike Lindell. He's hanging on to a kitty pillow. And then you have Rudy Giuliani, the Kraken lady. Ooh, who else is in trouble here with this? Maybe Junior? And I was thinking of Kellyanne. She popped into my head. Kellyanne. Is Kellyanne in trouble? I don't know. They're all upside down. It's not good. Not a good look. And then, at the top of the reading, we have the Knight of Pumpkins in reversed. So, this Knight of Pumpkins, Knight of Pentacles, is coming forth with an offer. And it's not a good offer. It's upside down. And in the potential near future, we have strength. CNN and Trump. Is it even going to happen? I think that was the question. Should write it down. I don't know if it is, because I think this is Jack Smith, the King of Bats, and he's probably going batty looking at all of these charges against him. How's he keeping track? You know, oh, you can't talk to this guy. You can't, okay, now you can talk to this guy? I mean, what was that whole Pence thing about? Anyway, there are people trying to keep people from getting together. So Mr. Pumpkinhead up here, it is Mr. Pumpkinhead up there, he's trying to keep people apart. Meanwhile, the government's upside down. Jack Smith knows it. He is not riding in as a winner with his whole conglomeration of merry pumpkins. And I think this is Jack Smith showing strength. I don't think Trump is going to, I think something's going to pop up in the middle. And maybe derail or certainly have an influence on that town hall thing. All right, let's look at what is coming up at the end of the week. Is this about Mr. Pumpkinhead, 4th and 5th? People said things are going to be revealed. Some people say it's going to be charges being brought against Trump by Fani Willis, and she said, it's not me, it's going to be somebody else. Well, she just said, it's not me. She said in July 1st or something. So is it Jack Smith? Can you share with us who is Mr. Pumpkinhead a-fearing? Who's he a-fearing at the end of the week? Who's he a-fearing? The E. Jean Carroll case is not going to be wrapped up, I think, until next week. Maybe there's some just like horrifically devastating news in the trial for Trump, for Mr. Pumpkinhead. And it doesn't look good, him not being there. Wouldn't look good if he was there. His little purple beanie in Scotland. You would think his fake hair would keep his head warm. But he's half bald anyway, so... Anyway, okay, stop. Mr. Pumpkinhead. 4th, 5th. What's going on 4th, 5th with you? Page of Imps. He's got some new information coming. Ooh. 9 of Imps. 9 of Wands. It was reversed. So... 3 of Pentacles, building on something. Page of Bats, Page of Ghosts, 7 of Ghosts. I think... Page of... What is going on? I'm not getting like a super clear answer on this. I'm kind of fading because I've been reading a long time. I don't know if it's going to be him. Because I got the 7 of Ghosts at the last one, which is illusion, delusion, which is confusion. That's me right now. There is some new news coming in with this Page of Bats. But I also got the Page of Ghosts, and that's reversed. So the Page of Ghosts, Page of Cups, is listening to something from unexpected sources. So either it's really bad news that's coming, or it's, I just get this confusion card. So we will have to wait and see. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for hanging with me on this 2 for Wednesday. Makes no sense. It's Mercury retrograde. So there it is. Let me pull a card for us all to leave with. And it is the Ace of Ghosts. New emotional start. Thanks for watching. Peace and love.